Alright, boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how I made 19k on Valentine's Day. So, obviously Valentine's Day is one of the best days to make more sales than usual in the industry and OFM. Obviously because a lot of subscribers, are going to be texting your model, happy Valentine's, blah blah, and they're going to want to spend more money on her to, show that they appreciate her, right? So, obviously in general you will make more money even without doing any typical stuff, which is why I was able to make more than usual for all my models. This is inflow, by the way. If you're watching this, you probably know what it is, but if you don't, this is inflow. So this is how much all my models made, not just one model, but this is how much all my models in total made on Valentine's. So yeah, obviously we made more than usual either way, just because Valentine's. But here's a few of the things I did to basically, make more fans, interested in actually wanting to pay for content, customs, whatever, and obviously more subs coming in during Valentine's. So first of all, buying clothing for models. This is obviously just a really good, simple way to get more people interested in the new content that you make, because you can buy like a red dress, red lingerie, whatever, even like roses and stuff to show that it's for Valentine's, and you can just film a bunch of content, right? Just selfies, normal pictures in the clothing, and obviously you can make videos. As you can see, I put here scripts. Obviously, you can make scripts with this clothing, and obviously, just in general, just more NSW pictures with this clothing as well. And this is just a very easy way to get more people interested in like wanting to, buy that specific content made for Valentine's Day. So yeah, scripts, and obviously just buying clothes to that model. But in general, buying the clothing is for basically everything that I put here. So yeah, scripts, obviously, like I said, very good. Just film like a Valentine's script where you say Happy Valentine's. It's on the bed, for example, in that clothing that she takes off, blah blah, and then she does more stuff. I don't think I can say it on YouTube, but yeah. Next is personalized videos to high spenders. So obviously, the people that are going to spend the most on Valentine's most likely will be your high spenders, obviously. So it's good to make like literally just a quick 10-20 second video, that's personalized for your high spenders. Basically, just telling them, like, hey, happy Valentine's. I hope we can talk on Valentine's Day. You can send that out to them like a day before. And yeah, quick, simple videos like that. Just asking them about Valentine's, if they're going to be busy on Valentine's, whatever. And then that will obviously get them interested and wanting to speak to you during Valentine's Day. So that's another thing we did. That obviously got a lot of the spenders waiting, ready to, basically give us money for Valentine's Day. And then next is marketing. So obviously for marketing, it doesn't really change. Like the way you actually do marketing doesn't really change. But just making new content in this clothing that we bought for the models is obviously gonna kind of show the audience that this is content for Valentine's Day. Which obviously if someone comes across that and they're feeling lonely for Valentine's and they see a model who's obviously basically marketing showing that she's single, they obviously might be interested in subscribing and just straight away spending because it's Valentine's Day. So yeah, the marketing doesn't really change. Like I said, it's more just about the clothing, showing that the models make content for Valentine's Day. Next is the main sort of main thing that we did, to kind of boost our earnings a bit even more, is OF and TikTok lives. So obviously not all my models did this, only a few. We basically got them to do a TikTok live funnel where they go live on TikTok, obviously once again wearing the same clothing. We'll have them put the roses, if we got them roses as well, like on the bed, so it sort of sets the scene. And then they just there's obviously different ideas you can do for TikTok lives. There's a lot, you just be creative, but the main one we did for Valentine's was just laying on the bed, with her feet up, so like you can see the feet a bit, and just talking to the chat, And then towards the end of the live, that's when she basically mentions like, "Oh, go to my IG. I'm gonna go live on IG now." And once she's live on IG, she's literally only live there for like literally not even 10 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, and she basically promotes the OF, saying like, I'm gonna go live on OF now. I'm gonna do a bit more stuff. And from there, obviously, she ends that live, goes live on OF, and basically that is once again there's a lot of different ideas you can do for OF. You can do spin the wheel. You can just do tip for this, tip for that. But obviously, first of all, wearing the clothing still, and then you can play games with the subs. So like they can tip you to do this. They can tip you to take off some clothing, and towards the end of live, you can do a bit more, and it's like explicit stuff basically. So obviously, because of that, we also got quite a lot of extra subs as well because we got new subs from the other lives, and on the OF live, previous and new subs were tipping to see her do whatever, and then on top of all of that, we then also obviously did customs too, right? So Valentine's Day customs. So, for example, some subscribers might have bought just a few pictures of her, maybe a script, maybe just like a pre-recorded video, whatever, and then we basically offer them a custom, or like they might mention that they want a custom of her doing something, obviously specific that they want, like saying their name or whatever. So obviously we pushed out a lot of customs during Valentine's Day as well, and yeah, basically put all of this together for all my models, all put together, is how I ended up making 19.3k on Valentine's Day. So it's pretty simple, honestly. Like there's not anything crazy to it, but when you put all these little things together, that makes it all better. Plus, obviously, a day like Valentine's, where people are willing to spend more than usual. This is the result you can expect. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this. Obviously it's now the 15th that I'm uploading this on, but hopefully you guys had a good Valentine's Day as well if you already got a model. Make sure to join my Telegram, it'll be in the description, free channel, and yeah, see you guys later.